What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Happy Monday. I am going to do my absolute best to film, edit, and upload this video all today for you because I just got a package at my door that I am so excited about. Oh my goodness gracious. As soon as I saw that Dunkin and E.L.F were collaborating, I was beyond stoked for this. I absolutely love Dunkin. Such a Dunkin girl growing up in New Jersey. They're like everywhere here. And E.L.F is one of my favorite affordable makeup brands. So I am so here for this collab. Like, this really tugs at my heartstrings, you know? Two of my favorite things. So I'm super excited. We have the entire collection here. So we're gonna test everything out today together. And of course, even though I typically love E.L.F makeup and I absolutely love Dunkin, we're gonna give this a fair review and see, are these products actually worth the price? Because I did notice, looking at the price list, they sent over the pricing for everything. It is at a higher price point than typical for E.L.F. So we're definitely gonna see, like, are these prices justified? Are they worth the extra money? And check it out together today. So I'm so excited. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. And click the little bell right next to the subscribe button so you can be notified of all my future uploads. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so packaging is super cute. Everything came in this cute little bag that looks just like the Dunkin' Donuts bag. So I loved that. And the first thing we're gonna test out is the Donut Forget Me Putty Primer. So this is gonna be retailing for $12. So at first I was surprised to see that because, like I said, it is much more expensive than their typical products. I think the Putty Primer normally is like $8 or $9. So it is definitely a bit pricier, but we're gonna see if it's worth it. So this is what it looks like once you open it up. It says subtle donut smell. I feel like it smells a little bit like a glazed donut, but it's not overwhelming. Like, it doesn't have that much scent to it. So I'm just gonna scrub my finger in like I normally would. Got some on there. And tap it in. I'm seeing if it smells anymore. Not really. It doesn't really have that much of a scent to it, honestly. And I'm just tapping it in right here where I typically get like texture. That's where I like to use the E.L.F Putty primers. This actually gives a little bit of a glow, which I like because my skin is more dry. So I do like primers that give me a little bit of a glow, but it's also smoothing out that texture and filling in my pores, which is nice. So I definitely do like this. To me, I don't see a huge difference between this and their original Luminous Putty Primer, which is at that cheaper price point. I believe it's $9. But for an additional $3, if you're a Dunkin fan and you want to get this collection, I do think it's worth it. It's still a great product. I love their Putty Primer. So you will pay a little bit extra for the collection, but it is really cute. But if you don't really care about Dunkin' Donuts and you just want a primer that's gonna give you a little glow and fill in your pores, then just get the Luminous Putty Primer and save yourself a couple bucks. Okay, up next we have the Strawberry Frosted with Sprinkles Face Sponge. This is so cute. So this is gonna be retailing for $9. It's really, really big and it looks like a donut. So adorable. I am interested to see, like, how is this really gonna work to like blend out my foundation? I don't really know, but we're gonna try it. So I'm gonna go dampen it up and then we'll use it to apply foundation. Okay, I just went and dampened the sponge. This is huge. Like, I feel like this, I don't know how I'm gonna apply my foundation with this. It's gonna take up like my whole face. Look at how big this is. So I'm gonna apply some foundation to my skin, like with my finger first, and then we're gonna go in with this. This could either be really good or really bad because it could blend it really fast because it's so big, or it could just be like crazy and not really work. So let's see. Okay, I mean, it is working and it is blending it quickly because of how big this is. I feel like this is actually really easy to use because it's so big. Like, it just blends everything so fast that I actually do really like it. What I don't think this is gonna be able to do is blend concealer. Like, that's definitely not. You're gonna need like a smaller sponge or brush or whatever because like there's no way you're gonna be able to like really fit this into your under eyes. I also think this would be really nice for like body makeup, like especially as we move into spring and summer, if you like to use like those glows. Like, I know Fenty has like the skin glow, or a bunch of brands do. This would be really nice to blend that in because it is so big. So any like larger area, this would be great for, but you can use it for your face. And I honestly thought that I was gonna hate it, and I really don't, because I still feel like it gave me a really nice finish and it blended everything nicely and very fast. It's a little awkward at first to get used to it, but I do like it. Okay, just to see, we're gonna try and blend some concealer with this. I pretty much know this is not gonna work though, but I'm gonna go with a little bit of the E.L.F camo. This is the hydrating one. Apply it to my under eyes, and then let's try. It is like moldable, so you can't like go like this, but I feel like, no. Like, is it blending it? Yes. Is this ridiculous? Yes. Like, definitely wouldn't recommend this for blending out. I mean, it's blending it. Like, you can use this, but you have to basically keep your eyes closed while you blend it, or it's just gonna like bop you in the eye. So I would recommend just using a regular little sponge. This is the sponge they came out with as part of the Cookies and Cream collection, which I love. I use this all the time. and I think it just fits a lot easier on the under eyes. So I would say swap it out for a different sponge or brush when you're doing your under eye concealer or anywhere where you need like a little precise application. A smaller sponge like this will be much better. I'm gonna go finish off the rest of my base and we'll be back to test out the eye products. Okay, so I went ahead and finished my base. Let's jump into the eyes now. The eyeshadow palettes in this are a little bit different. It's kind of like 3 little mini palettes. This is what the outer packaging looks like. If I can open it, that kind of come together to make one big palette that has 12 different shades. But if you see, they're like separated into 3. And the total price for all 3 palettes is $16. So it's basically supposed to be like chocolate frosted, strawberry frosted, and then Boston cream. They don't have my favorite, which is the vanilla frosted, which makes me sad, but I guess because it would be like white colors, you wouldn't really use it on your eyes. So I guess I get it, but that's my personal favorite donut from Dunkin' Donuts. Comment down below which one's your guys' favorite, but these are what the shadows look like. There are also 3 different eye brushes. So I'm gonna open these up so I can show you guys. I actually tend to like E.L.F's brushes, so I do have high hopes. So we have a larger fluffy brush, a smaller little domed brush, and then a small little smudger brush. So they seem pretty soft. They say like E.L.F. X Dunkin' on them, which is super cute. For the shadows, I'm basically gonna try and use shadows from each of the palettes. One thing I did notice right off the bat is that none of these palettes, or most of them, don't actually even have matte shades in them. Most of these shades do have some sort of shimmer in them, which is fine. I think the only palette that has a matte shade is this one, the Boston Cream, where I think this deepest shade is, this is a brown true matte. Every other shade, like even this yellow, has a little bit of like glitter in it, and then they have like more shimmery shades like this one is. So not a lot of mattes, but it's all right. We're gonna make it work. I like palettes that have a mix of both, I will say that. But like I said, we're gonna try and use shades from all the palettes so we can test them out. So I'm gonna go in with the strawberry frosted first and this lightest pink shade. And I'm gonna use the larger fluffy brush and kind of buff this into the crease. I wanna say if it smelled like strawberry or anything. So no, there's no scent or anything to the palettes. And these are basically like set up the same as the E.L.F. Bite Size shadows are. So this is a really light shade, honestly not really showing up that much, but because it's so light, that doesn't really surprise me. So we're gonna go in with the next, a little powdery though, I will say that. We're gonna go in with this shade now, which is a little bit darker. I'm gonna buff that right on top. This one should show up more. Yes, there we go. And I'm gonna just buff that into the crease. Even though it has a little bit of shimmer in it, it's totally fine to go in the crease. These only have a very little bit of glitter in them, so they won't look crazy in the crease. Not that you can't use a glitter shade in the crease. I just typically do not. Okay, let's switch gears now. We're gonna go in with the Boston Cream palette. It's kind of hard to like think of a look that's gonna work with colors from all these palettes because they are very different. Like each of the palettes are, the colors are very different, which obviously makes sense, but I'm gonna go in with this brown shade right here. So again, this does have a little bit of glitter in it, but based on the strawberry frosted, I think we'll be fine. So I'm just gonna go in with the same brush. This has worked really well to blend in the crease. It's very soft. So I'm gonna go in with this lighter brown right here and bring that into the crease to begin deepening it up. It's actually blending well into that pink. This seems to be doing just fine. As far as like pigmentation, blendability, and all that goes, these remind me pretty much of the typical E.L.F. Bite Size shadows. I don't find them to be any better or any worse. They perform pretty much the same so far, at least. Okay, let's jump in now to the chocolate frosted with sprinkles. So I'm gonna go in with the darkest brown here. Even though there is a matte brown in this Boston Cream palette, honestly, I'd rather use that, but I'm like, I wanna use this too. Maybe we can use this more for all over the eye, and I will go in with the matte brown in here because I think that'll be a little bit better for where we're gonna apply this. So I'm actually gonna use this smaller brush. I'm gonna go in with the matte brown and pack it in this outer corner. Okay, pigment, nice. So this is like the only true matte, but it is very, very pigmented, which is great. And I'm just gonna pack this in this outer corner on both sides. Okay, now in the chocolate frosted with sprinkles, let's go in with this pretty pink. This looks like it's going to be a shimmer, and I'm gonna apply this with my finger. Oh, wow. How pretty is that? I love the pigment that this gives, really pretty. And these apply really nicely with your finger, so I would recommend to just apply them that way because it really presses the glitter into the eye. And like if you notice, I really don't have much fallout at all from it, which is really nice. And I think the finger kind of helps to just press into the eye, even though we don't have like a glitter glue or anything like that down. So pretty. Now I'm gonna jump back into the Boston Cream palette. I'm gonna go in with this white. It's like a little shimmer white. I'm gonna use a tiny little brush for this and just apply this to the inner corner of my eyes to highlight that. that and brighten it, as well as right beneath the brow bone. It's like a pretty icy shade. Okay, now into the Chocolate Frosted with Sprinkles palette, we gotta go in with this blue. So I'm gonna use this on my lower lash line. This could turn out bad just because this is very shimmery, so let's see. And this brush does still have some of the brown left on it, so we're kind of getting a mix of the two shades, which is what I want actually. So everything blends, but this is actually working pretty well. Because sometimes shimmers on the lower lash line can be like a hot mess and just kind of like explode everywhere, but this one isn't. And it's actually buffing out well. Okay, I actually like this. I was a little scared, but I think it actually came together. Like all the different colors still kind of flow together nicely, which I'm happy about. Okay, so overall, I think these worked really nicely. Again, I think they're similar to the typical e.l.f. bite-sized shadow quality. You are gonna pay a little bit more for them. I think typically their bite-sized shadows are $4, where these, being that you get 3 for $16, are like a little over $5.50 each, so you're paying a little bit more for them, but I do think that they worked really well. And again, if you're a Dunkin and e.l.f. fan, I do think it's well worth the extra like $1 to $2. Okay, I popped my lashes on. Honestly, love this look and how it came out. But now let's try out the lip product. So we have a scrub, which this is a coffee lip scrub, so I guess it's gonna like smell like coffee. And this retails for $6, so it is the cheapest item in the collection. Can I get it out of here? This is what it looks like. Ooh, oh my God. Okay, smells like coffee, but like in a good way. Cause you know how you don't wanna have like coffee breath, so I was nervous about having like something that smelled like coffee on my lips, but it actually smells really good. Like a French vanilla coffee or something, you know? Even though it says it's supposed to be the original blend, which is just like Dunkin's regular coffee, it smells really good. Okay, let's go in with this. Gonna just work it on my lips. Yes, okay, so they came out with one of these like little lip scrubby things in the cookies and cream collection, and I really liked it, and I really like this one too. It's so much easier that's like on like a lipstick like this than like the other ones that are like potted and you have to put your finger in and then use your finger to like rub it on your lips. This is so much easier and quicker to just go on your lips, and it feels like it really is exfoliating them. I got a little in my mouth. Doesn't really taste like anything at all. Like doesn't taste like coffee, but doesn't taste bad either. I really like this. Okay, I'm gonna wipe it off now. Ooh, makeup wipe. My lips honestly feel like squeaky clean now. Nice and soft, no dryness. All right, now that my lips are baby soft, let's try out these little lip glosses. So these come in a little set and you get both of them for $12. So they're $6 each, and they are little keychains, which is really cute. You can remove it though, like if you don't wanna put it on your keys. Like I probably would not put this on my keys, but you can just like remove this off if you don't want it like dangling. But cute little idea, especially if you're like younger, maybe you have a backpack or something and you want to hang this on, it would be cute. I'm unfortunately a little too old to have a backpack, but you know. So these both say e.l.f. Dunkin and then Glazed for Days in the back of them, so I don't think they have shade names. Could be wrong, but I'm just gonna go in with the pink one first and apply. Ooh, these smell really good. Oh my God, like a vanilla cake or something. Really nice scent, and give a little bit of color, but a lot of gloss. Not sticky at all. They actually feel really nourishing to the lips, and this scent is just so good. So I actually really like this. So that's the more pinky one. Okay, I'm gonna remove it and then we'll try the orange one. All right, I'm hoping this one has the same scent because it's so good. Yes, it does. Woo! This one's like bursting out of here already. Okay, let's go in. Ooh, this one is actually really pretty too. I don't know what's happening. This must have like pressure because it's just like coming out of here. I'm not even squeezing it. I actually like the orange. I love to do like bright reddish orange lips in the summer months, so this would be really nice. And again, these glosses glide on the lips really nicely. They're not sticky at all. And in my opinion, these have the best scent in everything in the whole collection. They smell really good. All right, you guys, so that was the entire collection. You can buy this entire collection together as the vault, and that's actually, I believe, the only way that you can get the eye brushes. They're not available on their own, only if you buy the vault. And then you will also get this little cup that says e.l.f. and Dunkin on it, so it's super cute. And then obviously plus all the makeup, and that's $75. So let me know what you guys think down below of this collection. I actually really did like it. Again, as a fan of Dunkin and e.l.f., to me, it is worth a couple extra dollars for these products because I'm a huge fan of both companies. If that doesn't really mean much to you, then I would say you could get the regular like luminous primer, some of the other e.l.f. bite-sized palettes, and pay a little bit less for the same quality. Pretty much all of e.l.f. stuff is a really great quality. So even their stuff that's not part of this collection that's at a little bit of a cheaper price point is that same really nice quality. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. Are you gonna be picking up this collection or are you gonna skip on it? I would love to hear. I believe it is limited edition, so if you do want it, I would get it sooner rather than later. I will link everything down below in the description box, so definitely check there. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.